We'll always be bosom buddies, friends, sisters, and pals. We'll always be bosom buddies. If life should reject you, there's me to protect you.
If I say that your tongue is vicious,
if I call you uncouth,
it's simply that.
Who else but a bosom buddy will sit down and tell you the truth?
Well, hello. And once again, thank you for joining us here at Naughty or Nice. As I'm sure many of you already know, I am the naughty Alexis Flame, and my lovely, if not cobalt co-hostess this evening, the nice Toni Homeperm. Now, honey, tonight you actually look like a modest suburban housewife.
I'm channeling Mrs. Slocum.
Oh.
From Are You Being Served?
How nice for you.
And I must ask you, Alexis Flame, are you free?
Yes. No, I'm negotiable at times.
Negotiable.
But I'm never, ever free. Perish the thought. What is this free that you speak of?
What is this free? We're already getting comments. Jason Solomon says, hello, ladies.
Well, hello, Jason. And
hello, Jason. Hello.
Oh, dear me. So, can you still hear me? Because I'm dealing with.
I can hear you. We can hear. All is well in the kingdom.
Oh, geez, here we go. You know, I could just sit here and smile and make rhinestone jewelry.
You could.
Actually, I might. I'm running behind.
Crank that jewelry out.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm going to be working on yours tonight, dear.
Ooh.
Well, Mrs. Slocum, I don't recall you placing an order, but my co-host is Toni Homeperm.
I have a modest brooch. Just a modest brooch.
There's nothing modest about you, dear.
No.
Alrighty then. Can you see my eye color?
I can, but my eyes are so bad.
Oh, well, technically my eyes are supposed to be the same color as my hair this evening. I guess that didn't work out too well. I wore these heavy lashes for nothing.
Oh, well. Your lashes look beautiful.
Know. Oh, you're very kind. Thank you ever so. So, Mrs. Slocum.
Yes.
Who might our guest be this evening?
Well, joining us tonight from the That Does Suit Madam podcast, a show all about one of my favorite shows, Are You Being Served? Okay. We have, joining us right now, Mr. Brandon and Mr. Jeff.
Hello. I'm free.
Are you free?
Oh, it's me.
They are free.
Hello.
Like I said, I don't know anything about this.
I know. Now, gentlemen, before I ask one of you to take an inside leg, I would like you to just introduce yourselves and tell everyone who may not know, perish the thought, that they don't know what Are You Being Served is, and of course, what the That Does Suit Madam podcast is about.
I'll let the loquacious one take it away.
Mr. Jeff.
Mr.
Jeffrey? Are you free?
I'm free. Hey, everyone. I'm Mr. Jeff. I'm one of the hosts of That Does Suit Madam, which is a podcast about the 1970s British sitcom Are You Being Served? It ran from 1973 to 1981, somewhere in that time frame, and it took place in Grace Brothers department store. And the whole crux of the show is that the gentlemen's department and the ladies' department had to share a floor. Scandal. And the entire
They
show
hate
was
each
based
other.
on the conflict and the double entendre of the jokes that they would make. And it ran for 70 episodes. And this is mine and Brandon's love letter to the show.
And the funny thing is, I'm Mr. Brandon. Hello, ladies. You're all
Hello,
you're
Mr.
jeweled,
Well, hello,
while
Mr.
understated and vivacious. Fit your personalities, if I may.
He must be talking
volunteer.
to you, Mr. Slocum.
Yeah, but the cool
I
thing
have to
about
count my frills.
yes, there are not too many frills now, are there? How long have you been working at Grace Brothers, Mr. Slocum? Inside
Please,
joke.
Mr. Brandon, you swore never to reveal that secret.
What you learn at the Christmas party.
Oh, and Captain Peacock was chasing me with his blow tickler.
Well, we all were chasing people with blow ticklers that night.
Oh,
So the cool
dear,
thing
this is
about the
getting a little
podcast is-
racy for me.
There's this weird group of people, and I think they themselves would call themselves weird because this is a show that's 40 or 50 years old from another country that we all watched on PBS. And it just makes this really cool community. And what Jeff and I do every other week or so, we take one episode of the TV show and we dissect it because it's like so old and from another culture. A lot of jokes we don't get as Americans, so we kind of invest. Yeah, what? So we invest the time to like explain the jokes and like why this joke was said, and kind of help people understand how the show is so different than a show today. We kind of address like social justice issues that come up, but in the meantime, we've created this cool culture of people, this community on Facebook and Twitter, and it's cool because no one knows the show. So if you know Are You Being Served, elect Ms. Flame, don't feel guilty. This is a
Don't
weird
touch them.
Oh, I never feel guilty. I'm not Catholic priest.
Forgive me, I should have known. But yeah, so it's a cool, fun show. And if you're friends with someone who loves Are You Being Served, all you do is talk and Are You Being Served to each other. Like Mrs. Homepom, are you free? You know what that means, right?
I'm free.
So that's
I
kind
heard
of
that
what
about you, Tony.
Let's be clear. Alexis is not free. She has basically a menu of set list
Yes,
prices.
there is a full menu.
Everything is a la carte.
You I can send it to you on a flash drive.
biscuit.
Oh,
nuggets.
my.
So now, Alexis, you were vaguely familiar with the show. You knew about the crazy lady with the colored hair
With her pussy.
with her pussy.
Yes.
With her pussy. Now, why don't you gentlemen can you explain
Please
How-
illuminate and elucidate.
how that all? I mean, most people that are maybe just slightly familiar with Are You Being Served, that's pretty much what stands out. Mrs. Slocum and her pussy. Now, I'm sure you've discussed this on the podcast, so why, if you could, elaborate a little about it.
Absolutely. I think one of the things that makes this show really funny is that the viewer is in on the joke, right? The viewer understands all the double entendre, all the sexual innuendo, all the puns. But these characters play it so straight-laced. They never, ever hint on that they think that Mrs. Slocum's pet cat Tittles is anything but her pussy. Right?
Exactly.
Even when she sets it up, Mr. Akbar, will you go next door and peer through the letterbox? And if you see my pussy, drop a sardine on the back. It's all innocent to them. And that's what
Mr. Akbar, how dare you?
How dare- Wrong number.
I actually wound up in Facebook jail because I asked would anyone like to come play with my pussy, posting a picture of my onyx as a kid.
Facebook has gotten really bad lately.
So when I basically ripped Facebook a case of new ones, they agreed that I was placed in Facebook jail mistakenly. However, I did not get what is that? A conveyance of sentence? Oh,
They didn't commute your sentence.
thank you. They didn't commute my sentence. I'm like, look at this. I passed parole and I'm still doing time. Who knew?
And severe. Your justice was not delivered, Ms. Flame.
Oh, Oh,
No, it wasn't.
Mr. Brandon, what is this note you just passed me?
Yes.
Dear sexy knickers, I don't have fancy you. Meet me outside at 5:30 and we'll get it together.
We'll pitch a little woo behind the bandstand.
Maybe over at Swan and Edgar's.
All righty then. Those rhinestones are calling me.
He has no idea what's going on
At all.
That was so. Tony just read the letter that was from the very first episode. So,
No. That much I'm aware of. I mean,
Gotcha. Okay.
every now and then a brain cell pops out and says, "Ah, bitch, you missed me."
I'm drinking Grace Brothers Japanese tinned champagne.
Oh,
of course.
I don't have my little. I should have had my little flask with the
I'm
rum
drinking
in
Maker's
it.
Mark 46.
Oh.
Done.
Grace Brothers doesn't carry that one.
So, what made you guys decide to want to do this?
You know, it was what we had talked about doing. She'll take all the woo you can pitch. Well, some of us don't pitch our woo in public, but good story. But
You don't?
I don't.
Behind the bandstand.
I
Behind.
won't speak for Mr. Jeff.
I can see I'm going to have to get a dog and take it on extended walks now.
Oh, is that what they call it these days?
But don't tell anyone. It's a secret.
We talked about doing the podcast before the pandemic, but when the world ended for a lot of folks and we just all were home, we thought, let's try to see if we can do it. And, you know, I'm calling here from our northern Mississippi compound, which is a small neighborhood called Queens. If you're not familiar with northern Mississippi.
He's a neighbor of yours, Alexis.
Yeah. So if you ever need some spirit gum or anything, just let me know. But anyway, we just decided to do something creative with a pandemic. And it's a lot of work, and Mr. Jeff is the brains, and he does all the research, and I sort of get on there, and I just so what about this? Blah blah blah, and then we just call it a podcast and push it out. And
But Mr. Brandon also does all of the editing and all of the social media for it, so you got to take a little bit of credit there.
But it's fun to have a vehicle, for creativity, like you ladies, right?
Mm-hmm. That sounds a lot like how Tony and I do this show.
True, very true.
Just push play and see what happens, right?
Yes. Although
something tells me I'm going to have to just sit on YouTube tonight and throw a hatchet grenade and try to come up to speed as to where all of you are.
Well, honestly, I started watching the show when I moved in with my now husband. He wasn't my husband at the time, and we started watching it, and that's almost 20 years ago. And we've watched almost an episode almost every night. That's sort of our routine. Yeah. Is before we go to sleep. Yeah, right. How exciting! The first thing we do before we go to sleep is we watch an episode of Are You Being Served? There's plenty. I'm sure there's plenty of other things. There's plenty of other things we could probably be doing, but no, we're watching
Captain Peacock and Mr. Humphreys.
I have a question. Oh, I lost you guys. I can't hear anything.
Oh no!
You can hear anything?
Oh, I can hear. This is.
I think she was just startled by the silence of us not talking and yammering on about like we do.
Well, I normally do all that on this show.
You fit in on
usually, see, this is actually role reversal for us because usually Tony doesn't get to say anything.
No, usually Tony is fiddling with the iPad, the phone, the laptop,
sharpening her fangs.
No, that's me.
Yes, yes. Alexis has the fangs. Usually, with me, it's just a wild wig.
It makes me think that perhaps Tittles is a distant cousin of Ms. Flame. Perhaps, she has that great kind of fang kind of look, maybe.
No, they actually come from another place in time. But I do have a question.
Ask away.
And And Tony's silent again. Either that or she's just trying to.
No, I'm waiting for you to ask the question.
Love it.
That's okay. I have a car this evening. And I was planning a road trip.
I was being quiet to let you ask the question.
I love that this is so confusing for the show.
Oh, that's par for the course. Yeah. Like my lovely co-hostess, does Mrs. Slocum actually bear a strong resemblance to Hermione Gingold?
No.
I'm sorry, but despite the blue hair, you were giving me polyunsaturated Hermione Gingold.
Oh, I don't mind.
Okay, I'll be the one to ask. Who is that? I know. Kicking me off the show if you need. I don't.
You sent to Coventry.
Hermione Gingold is basically just English character actress, very popular from, I would say, the 40s to just about the 70s.
Okay. Well, I stand corrected.
Just
I will
the time
Google
of Are You Being Served?
as soon.
All right, these boys are obviously significantly younger than me.
I'm as old as Minnows and a little bit older than Matisse.
I believe you gentlemen, like myself, live in Queens.
Well, just Brandon.
So Mr. Brandon
It's
does.
part of northern Mississippi. It's a long story, but let's say yes.
Wow. Well, then, Brandon, you should come over for dinner one evening.
Brandon, I already warned you.
We've already discussed this earlier, is all I have to pass on.
Oh, I see. I wonder how much gas is in the car. Oh, wait, I just
hop out of the canteen. You'll get plenty of gas.
Oh, that's okay. I always carry a travel broomstick. One of those collapsible ones.
Oh, the new
Remember what I told you, Brandon? You'll be walking in, and then you'll be coming out on a walker, but you will be smiling.
Oh.
Well, cosmetic surgery is so expensive. I have to do something to keep my youthful appearance.
You have obviously had many male victims very recently, Ms. Flame. You're looking snatched.
You're very kind.
Snatched to the goods.
Thank you so much. Did my lovely co-hostess also blab as to how old I am?
No. I may have just...
You said nearly 40, but that's all.
Oh, I like him very much.
That's why you haven't watched the show, because you're too young. You didn't see it first time around. So.
And what did you say your favorite meal was?
Enter at your own risk.
Yeah, the funny thing is, when we do a podcast, you can see who listens to it. Mm-hmm. And we have people from around the world, but there's definitely, and Mr. Jeff can commiserate here, there's definitely like a Venn diagram of like gay men and Are You Being Served? Like, and they're always like, if you're 26, you don't know what Are You Being Served is. But if you're like 32 to like
I'm a little bit older than
60 something, you'll fucking love it. Like if you're a gay man, oh my gosh, you know, it's there's something about a strong woman character with blue hair whose hair color changes in every episode, mind you.
Like
and
me and
Alexis
Alexis.
and I.
Alexis and I share that in common.
Yes. And then add like a mincing little gay man who likes to wear rhinestones like some crazy people do.
Well, that's
You
Alexis's
don't know
dresser.
anything about rhinestones.
I don't.
That's Alexis's dresser,
I just have
Jeremy.
these, but it's no comparison.
They're very Elton John.
Well, it's funny you say that because this is actually from an Elton John costume I made.
I knew it.
See?
I knew it.
So,
Or what were the names of those glasses that Mr. Humphreys was trying on? Remember, Mr. Harmon brings the carousel of glasses.
But
I can't remember.
I forgot the name of the glasses.
Didn't those glasses come from Chopin?
No,
Where?
These were just something I made. But no, what's funny? This thing you're talking about, Tony, is Mr. Grace's nurse comes by and she says, "Oh," and she's the one with the raspy voice. She says, oh, I like those. Those are very sexy. And then someone says, yeah, but they make you look like a puff. Which is the F word over there. But then the nurse says, it doesn't make you look like a puff. It makes you look sexy, like Elton John, as if Elton John isn't gay.
Not a puff.
Right.
1977. Yeah. There's lots of weird like history stuff in the show, and that's what we're going to talk about on the podcast.
Yes. Oh, that's one thing that my husband and I do a lot of times. It's like, and I know you do it on the podcast. As Americans, a lot of the references are alien to us.
Yeah.
And we've got to, like, you know, research and like, why are they talking about this place, and why are they talking about this, you know, British. It's a British, maybe minor celebrity they're talking about, which you wouldn't know. So it's always fun to do, you know, to do that.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up sometimes, especially with a lot of slang, when they use rhyming slang or Polari. One word that they use a lot is Bristol. They refer to Bristol City a lot. It rhymes with titty. So anytime that they have to make a reference to a woman or a lady's bazooms, they'll talk about Bristols or going to Bristol. And it could go right over your head if you're not paying attention.
Oh, and Lawrence Hunter said Hermione Gingold did the I remember it well with Maurice Chevalier in the film Gigi. So that's
okay.
Point of reference. Thank you, Lawrence Hunter.
Yeah, thanks, Lawrence.
Thank you.
I'll see if Blockbuster has a copy.
That was
some of the Grace Brothers, third floor.
Well, Alexis, you and I, we planned something a little ahead of time. And I think what we're going to do now, we're springing a little surprise on the boys. We're going to pit them against each other.
So I think Mr. John is so competitive. He is so happy. Wait, it's Brady Bunch. He's so happy right now.
We're gonna see who knows Are You Being Served the best. And we're gonna see. So we're gonna play a little trivia game. Ask you some questions.
I'd like to play a game.
A game. Would you like to play? Come and play with us. Come and play with us.
We like to play.
We like games. So
we love games.
I think what we'll do is one person will get asked a question. If they, you know, can't guess it or guess it wrong, then it will go to the other contestant.
And what do our contestants win?
Do we have?
They win.
Do we have
Bupkis? They win Bupkis. Alexis,
I win that every time I play a game.
You can take the winning contest. You can take the winning contestant's inside leg.
I think I'll start off.
I can do that. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Can I name
my mental work? Okay. Bachelor number one. No, anyway.
So we'll start with Mr. Jeff.
Okay.
Alrighty then. In one episode, an item is lost, and there was £100 reward offered for its return. Everyone thinks they have found it, but of course, only one of them did. What was this thing?
This would be the diamond from Man's Best Friend of Series 1.
Very good.
Very good. Very good, Mr. Jeff.
I have to introduce our third co-host, our bell that we use on the podcast.
Yes, he got it right. So you can give it a ding.
What's the name of the bell, Jeff?
Gladys.
There we go.
Lo-fi sound effect.
Very good.
My God, Tony. If you produce one of those on our next episode, I will simply press a button and you'll find yourself in the room next to me. Just so you know.
I'm not getting one of those. All right. Our next question is for Mr. Brandon. And this is a toughie. Mr. Brandon.
Okay.
What is the rate of commission Grace Brothers employees receive?
Beatrice Arthur's Brazil.
Oh, man.
I know, it's a toughie.
And is it... I think it changes. So funny thing is, the writers were kind of, they said they would change stuff all the time. I'm going to have to just say 20%.
Oh, no. No, so wrong. So wrong. Mr. Jeff, do you want to take a guess?
Does the non-clip-on bow tie count for anything? Half a bow tie? Half a point?
I feel Mr. Grace is way too cheap for that. I'm going to guess around 3%.
No, still wrong. Still wrong.
No.
It's actually 5%. It was after a sale. Mrs. Slocum said to Miss Brahms, "That's not a bad sale. Over 60 pounds. That's just over £3 commission. And £3 divided by 60 pounds equals 5%. So that's where
because he does
it probably changed. But that was one instance where they did actually, you could actually figure out a commission rate.
So Mr. Jeff will figure out the route that Captain Peacock will take home on his commute, and then say, actually, that's not the best commute. He would say 20 minutes if he took this other direction. He's mastermind
for accuracy.
All righty then.
Next one.
Question number 3. Everyone knew he didn't get about much. So, what was old Mr. Grace's first name?
Well, one of the brothers was named this. I'm gonna guess. Is he Henry? Is old Mr. Grace Henry?
Oh
yes!
Ding ding ding! You got it! Oh my lord!
It doesn't work anymore.
Oh, what a coincidence, Gladys!
I frightened it.
Oh, so far that's 2 for Mr. Jeff and 0 for Mr. Brandon.
And which is the one that lives by me?
Mr. Brandon. You may have to console him.
He may have to come for dinner.
Mr. Brandon, you are not doing very well.
Rub it in. I've got some optimism coming. I'm feeling good.
All right. I think you're.
Maybe it looks like the dessert menu for you.
Maybe this will help. Okay. This makes me look more serious.
Yes. Mr. Brandon, in the episode, a change is as good as a rest. Who is the first and only person to resign?
Okay, I have to take them off to concentrate. Change is as good as the rest. Now these are very. We had no idea, audience, that there would be a quiz. By
there was no studying.
It gave you no.
Welcome to my world. She's just full of surprises, and I'm not one who's a fan of surprises.
She is senior salesperson.
I am departmental head of ladies' intimate apparel.
Where knickers are up and panties are down.
So you're in charge of knickers and bloomers.
Knickers and bloomers.
Well, that's so nice.
Okay, I'm going to have to say Mr. Granger.
Very good. Yep. Yes.
Well,
got it.
Yes, it was Mr. Granger.
Oh, that's nice.
Remember they say we're going to go alphabetical. Brahms. Then first. Granger.
Yes. That's right.
Very good. So it's 2 for Mr. Jeff, 1 for Mr. Brandon. Go ahead, Alexis.
I believe we're on question 5.
Question 5.
Okay. In the Pop Star.
One of my favorites.
Sounds like a Friday night for Britney Spears. In the Pop Star, what song does Mr. Spooner record for the music company?
Oh, that would be the final scene of the entire series, which is Chanson d'Amour.
Chanson d'Amour. Rat-tat-tat-tat. And that version actually was it was made popular at that time in the UK by Manhattan Transfer.
Oh, okay.
That was the who actually did it. It was great.
I didn't know that it was a real song. I thought it was
great.
Made up.
Yeah, it's a real song. The Manhattan Transfer did it. Really didn't really do well here in the States, but apparently it was like a little bit of a hit.
Manhattan Transfer.
You know Manhattan Transfer, Alexis.
Of course I do.
Of course she does. How could she not? How could she not?
42nd
The
Street.
boy from New York City, the
Yes.
Twilight Zone.
Yes. So what do we have? We have 3 for Jeff and 1 for Brandon. Mr. Brandon.
Story of my life.
Looks like Brandon's going to find some
Story of my life. Mr. Brandon, question mark. Story of my life.
Okay.
At least if I sit here, I know
now,
what they're talking about.
All right.
I
so,
still have no clue what the hell you guys are talking about.
That's the thing.
But you
have
look
to-
fab-
One of us. Join our
But you look-
cause.
but you look fabulous. That's all that counts.
Thank you. I feel like I'm sitting here with the Borg. Am I about to be assimilated?
Your resistance is futile. All right, Mr. Brandon. Mr.
I
Humphrey.
thought it was my turn to ask.
No, you just did. You just asked him.
I'm
You
having
just
a
asked
senior
him.
moment.
Stop
just
fighting,
asked Jeff
ladies,
and he
and
won.
leave me to go around.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, where's my tape measure?
You know, I have
Sorry,
one.
it
I
never
meant to bring it.
happened. Oh, excuse me, just a moment.
Now, Mr. Brandon, Mr. Humphrey. Oh, where did they go? Oh,
What?
are they
What?
having a?
Oh, you
Are they
said
having
they're
a
dinner date already.
tete-a-tete? Are they? Oh,
Just in case an inside leg needs to be taken, I'm ready.
very good. You've all done very well.
Thank you, Miss Humper.
Oh,
No, I tried
Mr.
to stop
Brandon,
my cat from messing with something.
did you stop your pussy from getting into trouble?
If she's not
And
home
there
by
we
a
have it.
stroke of 7, her pussy does a mischief.
If I'm not home by 6:30, my pussy goes absolutely mad.
I heard
Now-
that about your pussy.
I'm sure you have. Now, Mr. Brandon,
Help me.
Mr. Humphreys is well known for saying, I'm free,
Hmm?
but he had another catchphrase. When a customer was not sure of a fit, he would say,
Don't worry about the sleeves, you'll find that they'll ride up with wear.
very good.
Thank you.
Right up with wear.
Thank
Yes, everything rode up with wear.
Or if it was too short, it'll ride down
It
with
was
wear.
right down with wear. And
The cheapest clothes made from their best friends Polly and Esther.
I love
Alrighty then.
I love the 2 socks that the one shrank. So Mr. Goldberg said he would get like his money back on the one
One sock.
Just
the one
sock.
sock, or the lady where the it shrunk and Mrs. Slocum showed her. You see she pulled out a new one. She said, "See, the label is still the same size. It didn't shrink."
My favorite was when, this one is made of pure giraffe wool, sir. So you have to dry it with a southeasterly breeze, preferably on a mild autumn day.
Not after 2:00.
Yes, yes. So,
Why do I feel like Paul Lynn's in Center Square?
Well, Central
Also
Square was
before
the
your
star.
time, boys.
Center Square was the big star.
Well, there's that.
All right, Ms. Flame.
Oh, what number are we on?
We're up to number 7. So I think Mr. Jeff has 3 and Mr. Brandon has 2. Is that right? I
coming
believe
for you.
he's catching up.
Okay.
Number 7.
Which one of these items were people told would not ride up with wear?
Ooh, this is a toughie. Ah,
Multiple choice.
No.
Essay style. Okay, those are hard.
No.
It's a tough one. I know.
Which items would not ride up with
Would
wear?
not ride up with wear.
What about the novelty knickers?
No.
No.
Mhm. Mr. Brandon, do you want to take a crack
Can I
at it?
steal it? Oh, it's like family.
If you know it, you can steal. Yes, you can.
And
you can-
Brandon's going
you
for
can
the
steal.
steal.
He's going for the steal. What item
We
would
heard
not
that about Brandon.
would not ride up with wear?
Swimming trunks.
You two, you were so close. You want to tell him, Ms. Flame?
Well, not being familiar with the series as all of you, the only thing I see is the letter Y dash fronts.
Y fronts.
The Y front.
We would call them tidy whities.
Oh dear.
Y, because the way they open, it's like a Y. They call them Y fronts in the UK.
Why am I here?
For the poor people who are watching who have no idea what the fuck this show is about, they
Like
identify with you. That's, you know.
All right.
I mean, how sad is this? It's my show, and I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Half your show. Half your show. Welcome to my world.
How rude!
We have to all get together and watch a couple of episodes, and you will become one of us.
Absolutely.
I'm going to have to tell Sophia on you, Mrs. Slocum.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
All right. Oh, so now we're up to question 8 for Mr. Brandon. Well, this is a toughie. This is a toughie, Mr. Brandon. Get ready, Mr. Jeff. You may be going for the steal.
All right.
All right, Mr. Brandon. What was Mrs. Slocum's pet bird's name? Oh, yeah, smile on Jeff's face. Jeff is
I know this one.
Because he keeps spreadsheets on all of these things. You understand? I remember the joke I made on it on the episode when we talked about it, but I don't remember. Can I give 2 and get half? No.
You know what? I'm going to be nice.
Oh, you're going to be
I'm going
nice?
to give you a hint. And I don't even know a crap about this show. It's also the name of a brand of cigarette.
I knew that was the clue you're going to give.
Okay, you are nice.
That's because you know the answer.
It is also the middle name, the first name of the Prime Minister during the Great War.
Okay, so
Winston.
Very
there
good.
you go.
Very good. I think we're 3 for 3 now. It's your turn to grill
Ty,
Mr. Jeff.
what she mean, Ty?
I was going to say Mortimer, but that's not correct.
No, is it Mortimer?
That
No,
was my
that was
joke on the
actually a
phone.
friend of Charlie McCarthy's.
Yeah.
All
Well, thanks
right,
for the help.
Alexis. It's question number 9 for Mr. Jeff.
9, I like that number. What
Especially
are
when it's preceded by a 6.
Meanwhile, back to me. What are the 3?
It hurts sometimes when you do that, right?
What are the 3 items a customer would receive for buying a bottle of his or her perfume?
Okay, so
Such an easy one.
he can get, for him, it's that necktie. And for her, it's a pair of garters to keep her chappy happy with something snappy.
You're sort of kind of right.
That's it. Well, I had ties and stockings, but that was it. This stocking
I
garters.
saw that.
All right.
So now
Can you do the jingle for the song? That's the question.
Keep your chappy happy with
No, but I
something
did do a
snappy. There
jiggle.
you go.
Whoa, that was a lot of movement.
It's a lot of jiggle.
So what are we at now? 4 to 3, I believe.
This tinned champagne is not very good.
I know. All right, Mr. Brandon. In the think tank, who is in the lift when Captain Peacock presses the button during the fashion show?
This episode makes me giggle and makes my face turn as red as you can see. It's Mr. Mash, and he is giving a sponge bath to a naked mannequin.
Yes.
And then he closes the lift doors so that he can have some private time with the mannequin. Today we would call that a sex doll, but they didn't have that in 1977.
Very good. So you each got 4. So
we're equally good.
You've equally done very well.
Oh,
thanks, Ms. Holmberg.
So very good.
Thank you, Ms. Holmberg.
Which is good since it's a tie, we don't have to give you anything.
Just
Not
like
even
the
as
Slocum.
Mrs. Slocum said, you both won Focus.
Love it. Thank you for sitting through that, Ms. Flame. We will convert you to our side.
Just come on down to our compound in northern Mississippi, and you'll
Grace
get your
Brother Airlines.
full vaccine.
Convert me to your side.
You could become one of the.
I have a better idea. Would either one of you boys like to be young and handsome forever?
I already.
All you have to do is drink this magic elixir.
Oh no, the potion has such dastardly side effects.
So now let me ask you boys a question. You're on, I think, your 53rd episode.
You do listen, don't you?
Correct?
Well done.
Yes, I do. And now the main series itself, there's approximately 70 odd episodes.
Yeah.
What are you planning to do when you get to the last, after the last episode? Are you?
So the franchise doesn't end after the pop star, right?
Very true. Very
There
true.
There was a sequel. There was a remake called Grace and Favor, which in the States was called Are You Being Served Again?
Mhm.
They all go to retire to the country.
Right.
Mr. Grace had sold their pensions, and so rather than getting the cash when they retire, they have to go take care of the country house. So that lasted for another 2 years. So we're going to do those episodes.
Mhm.
There was an Australian rerun, a recut of the show.
Oh yeah, I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes of that. It's
weird,
so
right?
weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Because it's a shot-for-shot remake, except for one episode, which was original. So
Mhm.
we're going to do that.
I don't know why they do that, so
I
we want to
really
figure that
hate
out.
you all because I'm going to be fused to YouTube tonight.
Yes.
There was.
She's
an
probably going
American-
to tell me send her links all night
Yeah.
long.
We'll send you links. We'll take
Start-
care of you.
Start looking
That's
for
what I'm
German
afraid
Week.
of.
Start looking with German Week. That is the perfect episode to be an entree to this series because you get to know the characters instantly, and it's slapstick comedy, and you'll die laughing within 5 minutes.
And Joanna Lumley from Absolutely Fabulous is in it.
True.
right.
She plays the one of the German wife of the man
Yeah,
who
for
is
the
Harris Tweed.
Alex Tweed. Pretty soon, Alexis, you'll be taking inside legs up and down Queens Boulevard. It'll be
Oh, wow.
Oh no, not out in public. She would do that in
No.
private for a considerable fee, believe me.
And only after sunset.
After sunset.
that's the only time she can leave her home.
Oh, no, I can go out and about during the day.
She can day walk.
I just have to avoid direct sunlight.
Direct sunlight.
I thought it's when you would turn into a bat or something.
Oh, no. That's a murder on the face, morphing into other creatures.
Yes, you don't want to do that.
Only in October.
I've lost some of my favorite dresses by doing that.
Oh no! How did they always seem to keep the clothes when they turn into bats? I don't know how they did that.
That's Hollywood magic here.
Oh,
Although
there
that
you
would
go.
explain Elvira's
You want to talk about myths and legends? That's
Yes.
one of them. Just like garlic is actually propaganda started by Italian vampires.
Mhm.
Garlic is actually a natural blood thinner. Makes it so much easier to feed.
Exactly.
I see Ms. LaBelle has very good taste.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes, she does, and she's surprised that LaBelle is surprised you haven't seen the show already, Alexis.
Yeah.
Got things to do, darling.
I have a feeling after this episode, Alexis will never let me ask a guest on again.
We will ban all the blue
No,
wigs.
they're both very handsome. I don't have a problem.
There is, hey, at least I got good-looking guys. What,
At least, yes.
throw me a freaking bone here.
Which one of your pets did you say? No, any.
Winston's
Now-
bones are too small.
Now, when you started this, were you both down south, or you've always done it remotely?
Yeah, so we started it in April 2020, so in the beginning of the pandemic, when Brandon was in his home in Queens and I was in my home in New Jersey. So we.
Oh, you were in Jersey.
I'm in Jersey, yeah.
A Jersey boy.
Well, I grew up in Brooklyn, so I'm really a Brooklyn boy. I just moved to Jersey 10, 13, 18 years ago. So we've always done the show remotely. So we've never actually been in the same room since we started recording, actually, because of the pandemic.
It would be weird if we were in the same room and did a show.
I think it would be.
Weird.
We'd have to get used to like not having a half-second delay.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because Toni and I did several broadcasts prior to creating Naughty or Nice, which were basically various pilot episodes.
True.
And they were originally done in my living room.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I'm broadcasting from my chamber of horrors.
Her boudoir.
Well, yeah, that too.
I love the rainbow brickwork you had installed in the basement there.
It's actually the dungeon.
There's a story behind that.
There's always a story.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that tonight. We'll just say that it happened in slow motion.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
So when you get through the regular series, you're going to go on to Grace and Favor, a.k.a. Are You Being Served Again? And then the Australian show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. People.
What happens after that?
Well, I mean,
can you even think out that far?
Fans. So we call the fans. So what is it? What do we always say, Mr. Jeff?
The unanimous.
The unanimous. So what's the singer who names her fans? Which one is
it?
it?
Mariah Carey. She goes with her lambs.
Her lambs.
Yeah.
Makes me want to eat some mutton for dinner.
Oh.
So we decided to name our fans the unanimous, the collective noun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the unanimous, of which you both are now members. I'm so excited. They said, now listen here, guys. We demand you fucking cover Are You Being Served Again? So we have to, otherwise they will send search parties for us. And
wait, that you cover what?
Are You Being Served Again?
So once we get through the Australian version, there was an American pilot starring
Beans of Boston?
Yes.
Starring Tom Poston and Charlotte Ray as the Mrs. Slocum character. And then the 2016 remake. So we've got a couple of episodes to take for a while.
The remake was that was garbage. That was trash.
Yeah, it was tragic.
Just so you to explain it, Alexis. It's what now? 5 years ago? Yeah. 5 years ago, they in the UK they tried to do a reboot of Are You Being Served, and with all new actors in the as the same characters. And it's I don't know any.
What do you mean new actors as the same characters?
They had
you had new actors playing the existing. Oh, I get it.
Yeah, because they're all dead basically. I think the only one left is is Mike Berry, who played Mr. Spooner. Everybody else has passed away. But I don't know of any fans of the show that liked that reboot. I have yet to meet or speak to anybody who liked it.
No.
It's like if you took Friends, right? Because I think they had a big reunion that's on for like $100 or whatever. It's like if you took Phoebe and like all the Friends people and had new actors and then say, okay, this is the show we're going to produce.
Right.
And like all of your favorite actors aren't even associated with it. And it feels like sacrilegious or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
gentlemen, I have a question for you.
Yes, please.
Now, Toni and I, before actually becoming friends and co-hostesses, we were kind of cross-acquainted for a long time, through various mutual friends. How did you boys meet up?
So, we met on a Facebook group for local queer guys here in Jersey City. And I believe that...
Queers in Jersey City? Nah, the hell you said.
Right? Can you believe it? And I feel like Mr. Brandon made some kind of joke or reference to Are You Being Served, which I picked up on.
As one is wont to do.
And that started a friendship there.
Oh, the cheek of it.
Wow, instead of hooking up, you became sisters.
Podcasting partners.
So which one of you is the Mrs. Slocum and which is the Mrs. Axelby?
That's
a really good question.
We're going to do a podcast on that question.
I think so. I think that's a great question.
You know that if I actually get hooked on this damn show, we're going to have to do a crossover episode. You know that.
Absolutely. Come on board.
Well, here's a question, Ms. Homeperm. Which character would Ms. Flame be on the show?
And you better choose a good one because I'm going to be watching this.
Who's going to research this?
I know. Miss Belfridge.
Yes.
Miss Belfridge. Yes. She was Mr. Rumbold's sexy secretary.
Oh yes.
Yes.
She was a sexy secretary.
She's the sexiest one in the whole show.
I've seen some of the cast members. That really isn't safe.
I'll send you a picture of her. She was the actress who played her. She was also very well known for doing bikini, pictorials and
so she was a floozy. Okay.
She's been well, she wasn't really a floozy. She's more,
A partisan.
No. She was just extremely beautiful and
platinum blonde hair.
Platinum blonde hair.
I think I can manage that.
I think you could. And all the men always fell over themselves for her.
Well, except one.
I'm familiar with that.
Yes. Mr. Humphreys.
Well, let me guess who?
Mr. Humphreys,
It's funny because when you go to the Are You Being Served Facebook groups, you can tell who are the gay men and the straight men because the straight men are like, oh, that Miss Belfridge, oh, she's so hot, oh my God.
My
and all
wife
the gays
makes
are
me
like,
watch the show is usually what that.
We love Mrs. Slocum and Mr. Humphreys.
So once we get through all the episodes, we've been asking our unanimous what we should cover next because we're probably going to want to continue this. A lot of people have been asking us to cover Keeping Up Appearances, which is a great, funny show in and of itself, but there's no plot to any of the episodes.
Yes.
It's all, Hyacinth.
Like there's a big plot in Are You Being Served, though, really?
Well, what are the chances of recasting and rebooting the series again? Say with an all-gay cast.
Haven't they done some in the UK? Haven't they done some live? I thought I saw they did some live theater performances of the show.
So there was a couple of years ago, there was a murder mystery dinner up in Liverpool based on Are You Being Served?
Oh.
And that ran for a couple of years.
Now, how fun would this have been? So back in the day, the original Are You Being Served actors, between, I think, the 6th and the 7th season, something like that, they all went up to Blackpool, which is sort of like the British Las Vegas, but smaller,
The British
and they did a
British Las Vegas
show on stage.
Oh.
They did the show on stage?
My internet's being weird, but was it German Week, Jeff?
It was German Week. They
just
reenacted the German Week episode on stage, live show.
Live. It's like watching an episode of Friends on Broadway, which would have been so cool. Of course, we weren't around for that, sadly. But
yeah, I mean, if you can imagine when the Golden Girls played for the Queen, right? How they reenacted one of their scenes on stage. It was very similar to that. They did the whole German Week episode, and I think it ran all summer. It was so popular. And that was the impetus for the movie. Once they decided, Lloyd and Croft, who were the writers and directors of the show, saw the popularity of it, that people were so hungry for more, that's when they decided to do the movie, which was basically a rehash of all the jokes from the first 5 seasons, condensed into a 90-minute episode with a,
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about the movie.
No one was. We thought about not covering it, but
I guess you have to.
Because we're real weird nerds. We're talking about this nonstop, and we could go. Alexis, don't worry. We could do it for another couple of more hours. She'll get the plug and go yank.
No, I'll just leave the studio and get in my car.
Remember, Forest Hills is closer than Ronkonkoma. Forest Hills is closer than Ronkonkoma.
I can stop on the way home.
There you go.
Any other questions?
I would love to know, Toni, Ms. Holmberg, pardon me. When did you first learn of the show? Is this like 4 years ago? Or have you been watching?
I said when I first got together with my husband, he was already a fan of it, and then he introduced it to me.
So you were a newbie just 4 years ago. That's
no. This goes back 20 years.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I got 4 years in my head. Okay.
No. My husband and I, we've been together almost 20 years now. So when I first got together with him, he introduced it to me, and that's when I've been watching an episode like almost every night for 20 years now. Literally.
Yeah, it's easy to do. I told on the podcast a couple of episodes ago, I started watching when I was 13, and boy, did it shape me in ways that I would not realize for a while. But
I have a feeling you would have come out that way regardless of the show.
Maybe less sequins. But
just a few less sequins.
Something wrong with sequins?
I'm very happy with all of my sequins.
You got something against strippers?
You can pull all the stops out till they call the cops out.
I had to give her that one.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. Well, I can't believe it. We're basically at the end of the episode.
Oh no!
I know she's really upset.
What a shame.
Yeah, this is the second time in 1 month she had me go into an episode blind.
You were not blind. I sent her a YouTube link.
You know what I mean?
To watch Mrs. Slocum Senior Person. I figured that's
another good one.
That's one of my favorites. Just sort of to get some familiarity with the show.
No. Oh, she wants me, Lucas. No.
I need to go to the loo. But really, you can watch one episode and it tells you everything you know about, what the premise is, who the characters are, and what the humor is. I mean, it's not, it's really, it's fluff.
Yeah.
It's fluff, but it's a fluff that I'm addicted to. I just, I can't, get enough of it.
We tried and we just can't. We can't. We're just rolling with it, man.
I hope my frills are laying properly.
How long have you been doing this show? You know how many frills you're supposed to have.
You would think I would know by now.
So when we have
sweetie.
when we have the Are You Being Served convention, we'll have to book you for like the lead entertainment, and you could just be in everyone's selfie. You just walk around the convention center.
Would they go crazy over me? Are You Being Served?
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
People are going to watch this video and they're like, we have to meet Toni. You're going to have all of your events. There's going to be all these Are You Being Served fan people like, where's the blue wig? Where's the blue wig?
Wow. I would love it. I mean, I absolutely would. But we'll see. Hopefully someday. But Alexis, do you want to ask them where people can find them?
We find anything pertaining to your podcast, and how can we locate you handsome and charming gentlemen throughout social media?
Absolutely. So you can find That Does Suit Madam podcast on Apple, on Spotify, on Stitcher, anywhere you get your podcasts. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. You can write us email at thatdoessuitmadam with an E @gmail.com. Or you can call us on the Peacock hotline. That's 662 Peacock.
The Peacock hotline.
662 Peacock.
Peeking at cock. Okay. Taxi.
Is that Corporal Peacock?
Don't you bitch.
She knows that's universal, isn't it? Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Brandon, Mr. Jeff, thank you so much It has
Thank
truly
you
been a
both.
pleasure.
Thank
And you're
you.
both
We're so
handsome
lucky.
and charming. Tony, we need more like these two.
I know, right?
Mr. Jeff, shall we close the episode like we close every one of our podcast episodes?
We shall.
Would
We
you?
shall.
And with that, Mr. Jeff,
You've all done
very well.
well.
Yay!
Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Good night and stay safe.
Bye.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Nightmares.
Oh my, that was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was. And I figured out why I couldn't understand what the hell you were doing, because I'm sitting in front of a laptop. My desktop is across the room. There's a lag in the broadcast.
Oh, is there?
Yes, there is actually.
Well, Facebook, what can I say? Facebook,
Well, it is
the
what it is.
internet, what are we going to do?
I have to admit that was a lot of fun.
It was,
And
I
I've never even
told
seen the
you.
damn show, other than the clips on Facebook about her pussy. Oi.
It's amazing. I mean, they did that.
Now you're gone again. No audio. Alrighty then. Hold on. Yeah, I can't hear you.
Oh, I don't know what happened.
Now I can hear you.
We had some sort of lag with the internet. I don't know what's going on. The internet gods are not with us tonight. I don't know. But hopefully they will be with us on Saturday night. You're doing a little guest spot on the show that I'm co-hosting with Lady LaBelle, Zoe and Stacy's excellent graduation.
Zoe and Stacy's excellent graduation.
That's Saturday night. You're going to be doing a little number, a little performance. We have a lot of we have a lot of performers. We have your daughter Sissy Walken for one. Yua Hamasaki from Drag Race, Kareem McJagger. We have
we love Kareem.
We have our very good friend Ms. Tom Cat. We have Shirley You Jest. Oh my goodness, I don't have all my things here of everybody.
Tom Cat, that bitch. No,
I know that bitch. Can you believe it?
Love Tom Cat.
We love her. Who else? Suburbia. Oliver Bliss, Kill the Man, Jude
Well, this
Starr,
is going to be a truly stellar cast.
Stage Zaria, Bella Noche, Stacy the Drag Queen, just so many performers. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then, of course, coming up next, June 3rd, we have a special episode, Alexis. It's the kickoff of Pride.
Of Pride, yes.
And we have none other than David Mayoko.
Seriously?
The world famous Liberace impersonator.
He is I just don't have the words. Because in my days working in Vegas, I knew Liberace. And to see David perform, and I have yet to meet him, but I've seen it, to see David perform, it's like Lee is back. I can't even say haunting. It's just amazing.
I know. And he's actually featured in the new movie coming out, Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. He's playing a zombie Liberace. It's actually,
oh my god.
He's in the trailer. It's I have to send you a link.
Yes, you must.
It's on YouTube. You can see it.
Now, so Tony, I believe that episode is basically going to be an homage to past and present Vegas headliners.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I heard, a little bird told me that there may be some other celebrities appearing when David is on as Liberace.
Oh.
Can you imagine? I just can't imagine. Can you imagine? Yes, Lady LaBelle says David is astonishing. He really is.
He really is.
He is fabulous.
Alexis Flame without words. It's like a night without stars.
I know, right?
I cannot find the words to say how amazing a performer he actually is.
I know. And then, of course, June 10th, we will have your drag daughter, Gia Riley Flame.
Well, now basically she's simply my daughter.
Just your daughter.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that. Your daughter
she's basically
Gia Riley Flame.
Well, she's in transition,
Mm-hmm.
and she's basically going to tell us what it's about, not only the transitioning for what it's worth, but to also make the transition from local drag celebrity to an everyday lady, an everyday woman.
That's incredible.
Very interesting.
I can't wait. And then, of course, June.
Plus she's funny as hell. You'll love her.
I can't wait. Let me see. And then who else? Giancarlo will be on
Gianmichael.
Gianmichael, I'm sorry. Gianmichael will be on June 24th. So we have
yes,
a lot
another
of
one of
fun.
my handsome sons.
Another
I
son.
call him the witch doctor.
The witch doctor. Yes, he is.
Actually, now I'm going to start calling him Dr. Bombay. What?
Gianmichael Salvato. Let me get the name correct. And he's going to be talking about a few different things. Being a Wiccan, being an AIDS activist. You know, a lot of.
Gianmichael is a very insightful individual.
Yes.
It will be. Yes. I dare say it should be one of our more interesting episodes.
Absolutely. So we have a lot of great things planned for Pride Month, I would say.
Oh, and we have quite a few surprises.
There is
the possible reemergence of the horror diva herself.
Mm-hmm.
Toni and I have quite a few little surprises in store for each and every one of you. You're going to love them all.
Yes. One special project, which is still top secret, which is killing us to keep quiet about, but we shall remain quiet about it for now.
Shall we? No, anyway.
No. Oh, no. We're saving that. We're saving that good stuff. We're saving it.
Oh, no. Yes, we must.
We must.
We're going to save it so that at the right time we can save it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I do turn a phrase rather well, don't I, girl?
Of course.
Well, that about wraps it up.
Mm-hmm.
We had another episode of Naughty
or Nice.
And I, of course, am the naughty Alexis Plain.
And I am the nice Toni Holmberg. Channeling Mrs. Slocum. Channeling Mrs. Slocum. Oh, I hope this doesn't take much longer. My pussy is going to go absolutely mad.
Well, Mrs. Slocum, let me ask you. Is your pussy naughty or nice?
Well, of course it's nice.
I heard it was rather naughty. Especially around kippers. Oh, wait, is it happening to me already? Anyway.
You've been infected.
That's way too easy. Everybody, thank you so much again for joining us. And until next time, naughty nightmare.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.